Trading Forex, will never need no record deal. Making my own investment, market printing me money.
Peace, guys. Welcome back to ZENSFXHUB, where fundamentals is simplified. So before we hop into anything, just want to give you guys an update on my 100K challenge. If you didn't know, I'm currently taking top tiers 100K funded challenge. I'm still currently in phase 1, as you can see. I only have $456 to make before I pass phase 1. You have to make 10% for phase 1 and then 5% for phase 2. So I'm at 9.54%. So actually on the right path. I bought this challenge back in May. So if you do the math, May, June, July, August, September, October. So in about 6 months, I was able to, grow my account 9%, which is really, really, really good in my opinion, right? I don't really pay attention to my, my win rate, because at the end of the day, I have a 36% win rate, but I'm up 9.54% on my account. And if I go ahead and show you guys just, how much of a great trader I'm in, you could even just look at the equity curve. Since I bought the account back in May 2nd, 2024, I just been gradually growing it. As you can see, it's not going up and then taking big dips and then going up and no, it's just been growing gradually. Look at this is a beautiful uptrend, to the upside. So, only have $456 to go. Had a pretty great trading week last week, trading silver and gold. As you can see, I did take some L's, but these 3 trades actually boosted my account up to where it's at now. So we'll continue to keep you guys updated. So let's go ahead and see what fundamentals we're looking at for this week. So I'll be paying attention to Canada's rate statement and monetary policy report. This will let us know whether we're going to get another rate cut. And as you can see, just based on the expectation, it looks like we're getting a cut, from 4.25% to 3.75%. So if we go over and to look at Canada, right? Let's check Canada out real quick, guys. And this is a website called Trading Economics, which I use for my trading every single day, it seems like. But inflation right now in Canada is 1.66%. Is actually below the 2% level where most countries want their inflation rate to be, because 2%, is a stable number for the economy. But we're actually lower than that. And we got a 0.25 basis point cut. So interest rates is currently at 4.25%. So interest rates is coming down in Canada. And we'll talk about this later on once we get to the markets and stuff, and how I feel like this is going to affect the pairs that I trade. All right. So we got that coming out. We also have some more news coming out for Canada later on that day. So Wednesday is a big day for Canada. Then Thursday, we got some news coming out for the euro and the US, which I'm going to be paying attention to as well, because these things also, when you put all the data together, like interest rates, inflation, and PMI, and NFP, and unemployment rates, when you put all those things together, you get a full story of how that economy is doing and where it's headed. So this is why it's important to just put everything together and not just look at things from an individual standpoint. All right, and then Friday we got some news coming out for Canada, and the University of Michigan consumer sentiment is coming out as well. So I will be tapping into that. So that's what we got. Most of this week is around Canada, but then we got some stuff for the euro and for the US. Okay, so let's go ahead and hop on the charts. So EU, man, I honestly thought EU was off to the races once I looked at it from, a macro standpoint. But like I said, continuously in multiple market breakdown videos, that this push to the upside didn't really interest me, because I felt like it still was a chance for it to come back down within this range has been in since 2013 of January. So it's just been trading in this range for about a year now, okay? almost 2 years actually, because we only got what 2 more months left of the month. So for 2 years, this shit has been in the range. So this is why I wanted to see exactly how we were going to react once we broke out and once it came back in. And I said in my last market breakdown video, I wanted to see how EU was going to respond at this over right here. And as you can see, completely ignored it and crashed below. So this is why I didn't trade EU at all, because I felt like it was just going to continue to consolidate. Now, if you are a scalper and a day trader, then you could definitely have, you know, profited off this move to the downside. But I am a swinger. I like to get in and I like to hold my trade, so this does me no justice at all. Okay, so as far as EU, I'm not really paying attention to it. Again, EU is on my bad side. Not even my bad side, but just not like there's no high probability setup for me for EU. So I wouldn't be surprised if EU gets back down to like 106 area. But other than that, just, you know, let EU do what it wants to do, okay? So if we go chop it up with the UJ. So last market breakdown video, I was looking for a pullback from UJ. We didn't get the pullback just yet. I still feel like there's a pullback coming now. We might come up to this level and pretty much respect this level and then give us a pullback, or we can, you know, break above this level and then give us a pullback. Okay, so when it comes to UJ, I'm just standing by because I don't see myself getting in for this trade. Even if we look at it from a daily time frame, it's just nowhere for me to enter. So, and I want to see how we respect this 151. Pretty much you can round it up to 152 level, just seeing how it's going to respect this level and what it wants to do there, if it's going to consolidate and then trade lower, and then give me a possible chance to enter on buys on UJ. So yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Now the reason why I'm looking for buys for UJ, even though we have the US doing rate cuts, is because when you put all the data together, right? Let's take a look at the United States real quick, okay? So when you put all the data together, right? So we got GDP, you know, doing well. Like we got a big jump in GDP from the last reading, right? Unemployment is coming down. More people are able to find jobs in the P, right? Inflation is coming down. So we went from 2.5% to 2.4%, okay? Interest rates is, you know, still... it's coming down. Interest rates is coming down, but it's still a high number. 5%, a 5% return on your investment is better than, you know, 4 or 3 or 2. Okay, so when it comes to the data, when you put everything together, like the U.S. is actually looking pretty strong right now, if I'm being honest. Even with, you know, rate cuts going on, the whole entire economy, it seems to be very healthy. So this is why I'm more bullish on the U.S. compared to Japan, because I was super bullish on Japan, but you know, Japan is actually taking it's taking its time stimulating this economy. So ain't no telling when the next time they're gonna do a rate hike. Ain't no telling when the next time they're going to buy bonds to, you know, boost up their currency. Like that shit could happen next year in the first quarter, the second quarter, or the third quarter. Like they're really taking their time. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, in my last market breakdown video, I actually dive deep into Japan, so go check that out, where I pretty much explain how the new prime minister is just, you know, easy does it. You know, they're not trying to, you know, they're not in a rush to stimulate the economy and grow and to make the yen more bullish, right? So when you compare those two to an economy that's doing well in spite of doing rate cuts, it's still in my opinion, the U.S. is performing better than Japan. So this is why I'm looking for buys on UJ. Okay, so for UJ, I'm just like I said, I'm looking for a pullback here, maybe a break, then a pullback. Like, so I'm just waiting for a pullback, and I just want to see how it's gonna react at this 152 level. All right. CJ, so this trade probably is about to get triggered. I did set a buy stop at this level because, again, just like the same thing when it comes to the United States, I feel like Canada is still in a better position than Japan. And if we go ahead and look at it, right, let's go ahead and, you know, break it down even a little further. And I really trust you guys are gaining some information from these videos. And for those who continuously watch, I thank you, you know. So like I said, inflation is under the 2% level. Interest rates is at 4.25%. We got GDP rate is growing a little bit, not too much, and unemployment is also coming down within within Canada as well, right? And if we even go down a little bit further, right, we see retail sales. Retail sales is actually up 0.7%. We went from negative 0.2% to 0.9%, right? And then even if you look at business confidence, so the business confidence, this is pretty much like how I told you guys on Friday, we get in the University of Michigan statement comes out. These are just people, right, who study the economy of the United States, and they're pretty much giving out their opinion on how the economy is doing and whether it's performing well, or whether it's expanding or contracting. Like, is it growing? Is it not? Is it stagnated? Like, what is it doing? So it just gives us updates, monthly updates on how the economy is doing. So based off the business confidence right here, it's this is showing that, okay, Canada, even with inflation under 2%, Canada is still performing well, right? And let's go ahead and compare Canada to Japan. Right, so the growth rate, GDP, is also growing in Japan, which is a great thing, right? Unemployment is also coming down. Inflation is coming down. Inflation went from 3% to 2.5%, right? But this number right here, this is not saying that none of this stuff is important, but this interest rate number is not. When you compare it to Canada's 3% and you compare it to the United States 5%, this is a low ass fucking number. Again, if you watch my inflation and interest rate video, I say when foreign investors are looking to dump their money to a country, they're looking for interest rates that have a high return. So would you rather get 5% back on your investment, or 0.25% back on your investment? Okay, and then if you come down to look at the business confidence for Japan, it's still like it's stagnated. It's not really doing. It's not there. It's just there. This is just everything that I've been saying as far as like Japan just slowing, like selling the sea real smooth, real slow, not trying to cause any waves and make their economy spin out of control too quickly. That you see that data within all this right here. Okay, so when it comes to CJ, yes, I am more bullish on Canada than Japan because, you get, not only are you getting more in return when it comes to interest rates, but Canada is also growing as well, just like Japan. But you're getting more money back for your buck when you look at Canada as far as from a foreign investor standpoint. So this trade probably already triggered me in. So yes, I am buying and I am holding to 113. Okay, and even if the market doesn't get all the way to my take profit, once I make my $456, I am closing my trade and I am going to prepare and get ready for phase 2. EJ. Now I was in a buy on EJ and I did close because I just didn't like how EJ was moving. So I decided to close, and it's probably looking like it wants to to go up finally. But being that I only have to make $456, I'm not going to put a whole bunch of stuff on my I'm not going to open up a whole bunch of trades on my account. I'd rather just focus on just one trade right now, just make my $456 because that is nothing. Like, I can make that in my sleep. So even if EJ does go up, cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a great area to buy from if you do want to take this signal, because you can go ahead and put your stop loss like literally right below this line. So this is a nice 4-to-1 risk to reward. So if you do want to take this trade, again, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just giving you a trade that I would personally take on my account. I just don't want to. I'm being very, very conservative right now because this is not the first time where I was close to passing phase 1. Like when I think the last time I got to 9,600, and then I got overly excited, and then I started placing mad trades, and then I ended up dropping my account, I think like $1,800. So I got it, back down. So I'm close to my target. So I'm just keeping myself cool, calm, and collective. So I'm just focusing on one trade. But this is a nice trade. And again, when you compare, euro to Japan, GDP, the growth rate is going down, but unemployment rate hasn't gone up. Inflation is below the 2% level, but this interest rate number right here is still higher than Japan's. Now, the consumer confidence is in the negative, but this number came out lower than the previous. So that could be telling us, okay, even though we are in the negative, the European Central Bank is going to take the necessary steps to start to get the economy back on the right tracks. Okay, so EJ is looking good for buy. So this would be a nice time to enter if you want to go ahead and pull on this trade. Okay, now gold. I had a great week last week on gold. I entered here, and I sniped this bitch all the way up to around 2,700. Now I did end up hitting, like, this was the trade that I got in. It was something like this, right? I had my stop loss somewhere below here, and then I had my take profit to 2,700. Now it did end up hitting my take profit, but I ended up closing my trade around this level right here because I was seeing how it was reacting once it got to the previous high it made. It rejected off it, so I'm like, you know what? I would rather walk away with profit than this shit just go all the way back down. So I closed my trade, but even if I would have decided to hold it, it did end up hitting my take profit and going up higher than going up higher than I expected. So gold is looking super nice. Gold has been performing like beautifully all year. So I can go ahead and change this, put this to levels, and then I actually want to bring this down. Come on, I actually want to bring this down to like right here, and then put this right here. Take this out. This is no longer needed. Take that out. Let's extend this. I'm a weirdo when it comes to my my charts. I don't like having just like the box here and then lines. Like I like the whole things to be filled. So go ahead and extend these real quick. Oops. Boom. Okay, so what I could see happening on gold, as you can see, we get into a rejection from here. Again, gold is making new highs, so it's nowhere for me to go in the back to say, okay, this is a level where this happened. Like, no, if it wants to, gold can continue to push higher and come to my next level, my next take profit level. But if gold wants to be nice the same way it did here, I would like for it to get a pullback, enter from this level, and then buy all the way up to this level. Now, again, gold has a mind of its own, so it can continue to just shoot up from here and then probably get a pullback here and then continue higher. But the reason why I feel like so if we go right real quick, if we check out the DXY, right? If we check out the DXY, you would think, right, being that the DXY is shooting up, that gold is supposed to be shooting down. In that case, okay, yes, it would be right. But the reason why I feel like gold is continuing to go up along with the US dollar is because it's a lot of uncertainty going on right now. I remember I told you guys, if you are a frequent watcher, you heard me say that gold, doesn't just go based off the US dollar. It goes based on gold and silver go based on geopolitical tensions like wars and uncertainty in the market. So the fact that we got the presidential election coming up, and then we also have geopolitical things going on as well. It's just a lot of uncertainty right now because Donald Trump. A lot of people want Donald Trump to get elected because of people feel like he's good for the economy, he's good for the markets, right? And then obviously other people want the other party to win. Me personally, I don't want to get into politics, so I'm not going to tell you my preference on it. But with that, with these things coming up real soon, it's a lot of uncertainty. So that's why I feel like gold is really performing very well, and not going down just because the US dollar is going up. Okay, so again, gold can easily just continue to push higher, or if it wants to come back down and retest here, then I'll be looking for buys here at this level for gold. Or if it wants to push higher and then come maybe retest this level, look for buys here. Okay, so that's my thing on gold. Silver has been blessing me all year, and I actually have a dope ass video that I'm gonna put together for you guys, showing you guys my wins and my losses that I've taken so far, trading my 100K account. But after I wrote my data down, silver has been my money maker all year. Okay, so as you can see, we got this big ass push to the upside on gold, and I had 2 trades open. I sniped this bitch from here, and then I sniped it from here, and it hit take profit. So both of those trades closed. And then if you don't believe me, if you think I'm lying, as you can see, 2 silver trades. This was this right here, was this trade right here. This the one that I got in first, and then the other $714 came from my scaling. So as you can see, silver has done super well, and just continuously blessing me. So what I would like to see from silver is, you know, some type of pullback, you know, down to this level, and then maybe a continuation to the upside. So yeah, I'm looking for pullbacks right now on silver, looking for it to come back down. Maybe if it even comes back down to this level, I'll even be willing to buy from there. So I'm looking for buys on silver, looking for buys on gold, buys on EJ, CJ buys, UJ buys, and EU I'm not fucking with. So I trust that this video helps you. If you do decide to take my signals, please risk properly. And if you aren't, please join the free Discord, where I do give out my signals, and I give you guys my entry, my stop loss, and my take profit. And I have another video that I'm gonna put out to tell you guys that I helped one of my students actually get funded $5,000 with taking my 2 signals. If you guys need help getting your challenges passed, please feel free to email me at ZENSFXHUB@gmail.com, or join the Discord, and you can personally hit me up in there, and we can talk about, you know, me giving you signals to help you get funded. Okay, and that does obviously come with a price. So if you want to invest in me and allow me to pass your challenge for you, yeah, I'll be willing to work with you. So see you guys in the next video. Have a great trading week. Peace.